Welcome to episode 26 of the Hot Seat Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. Across the table, I got my boy, Willie Will, in the cut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're in the cut right here. We're ready to talk about some playoff football. First of all, shout out to my boy Andre with this drip right here.
Andre.
If you guys are looking for some really nice designer clothing that's on the come up, it's called Showstopper. We'll have it in the description for you guys. Some pretty fire fits they got on there, man. I know he's cooking up some crazy designs on the way up. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested in that.
I need to get on that. That shit's fire.
Dude, yeah, no, it's on the come up, man. He's already been connected with so many rappers, you know, on the streets.
I'm keeping that shit. No. I'm keeping that in. Isaiah's editing. That's so funny. He said on the streets, dog.
In the trenches. No. All right, yeah. But keep it for real. Yeah, no. He's been cooking it up. So check out his stuff.
So today we're gonna be talking about the Chiefs versus the Ravens game, the Lions versus the Niners game, and giving you guys kind of a quick preview on the Super Bowl. A lot of next week is gonna be more talking like bets, daily bets, like what lines you should take, what player props you should take. So stick around this week, stick around next week, because we got a lot of stuff coming for you building up to the Super Bowl. And then after the Super Bowl, we got a lot of fun content as well. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, do what you got to do, man. We're at 69 subscribers, bro. So, like, road to 100. 69. Let's shoot for 100 subscribers by what? By end of February? March? End of March, 100 subscribers. That's what we're going to try to do, man. March Madness. Easy. That's easy, bro. For real. We get, like, one or two a day. And we're grinding it out, man. You know, daily shorts content, daily TikTok content, Instagram posts. We're killing it on Twitter now, man. We're rolling right now, so show love. We're grinding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First things first, man. Chiefs played the Ravens. Let me pull up the score really quick. Chiefs, Ravens. Chiefs win 17-10. Mahomes had a good game. Lamar throw for 270. The star of the show, though, was like Travis Kelce. He was balling. Zay Flowers had a great game. Phil, sorry. I'm used to.
Damn.
That's the
Phil,
basketball.
Will.
Bro, sorry.
Yeah.
Will, what you think, man? What do you think of this game?
Yeah, man. I mean, before coming into this game, I really thought the Ravens were going to blow the shit out of the Chiefs. And, man, it was kind of disappointing. I mean, both sides, they still played pretty well. But I did not think the Chiefs were going to, like, pull through like this.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ravens, they had so many chances in the second half. I know this. The Chiefs didn't score at all in the second half. So,
really?
Yeah. So that's like, you know, that's one of the biggest takeaways I had this game. Like, they had so many chances to go out there and ball it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also a lot of penalties too, kind of drawn towards the Ravens.
So what are you saying?
I mean, they know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm not really going to say it. I mean,
I'm going to say something. I got a little theory. And this is just a theory. This isn't like a fact, right? But, you know, and then we'll talk about the game. Like, we'll actually get into it. But my little theory, right? The whole Super Bowl colors thing, right? With, like, the purple and the red. And everyone's like, oh, it's for sure Ravens, Niners.
Yeah.
I think that was a fake. Like, the NFL was probably running a test. They did the 2 years where it was, like, the same colors. And then this year, they're like, oh, shit, let's do it and then switch it up. So everyone bets on the Ravens when really we want the Chiefs in there. We want Travis Kelce. We want Taylor Swift. So Vegas probably raked in a lot of money this week. And then the NFL obviously still gets what they want with Travis Kelce, with Taylor Swift. I'm not going to sit here and say that's true, but that's just kind of a thought that went through my mind.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've been seeing those a lot over the social media about like the Super Bowl colors and everything like that. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, Vegas made a lot of money. I'm sure, like, a lot of people bet on the Ravens to make it to the bowl. And for them to just lose this game, it's very disappointing. I think Mahomes and Kelce, I mean, this is already in the talks, but, like, after this game, like, they're for sure, like, the best duo in the NFL, like, ever, in my opinion.
Ever?
I think so, man.
Better than Brady and Gronk?
I think so.
I
And
think
it's like, and it's not even like, I know like Brady and Gronk, they've had like their career already, but like just to like see like Mahomes and Kelce like make it to the Super Bowl 4 times in the last 6 years, like it's crazy. That's like
it is
already that's
crazy.
already the level there Brady and Gronk have been on, you know?
I guess I feel like it's kind of like actually most people would bet on the Chiefs, but I don't know. I think it's Brady and Gronk. I would take Brady and Gronk, or even like I mean we weren't alive, but like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Like the stats kind of back that up.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Chiefs, like especially this year, bro, it hasn't even been like Kelce. It's been all Mahomes. Can't really call it a duo if Travis Kelce isn't really on shit. I mean, he was on shit the last 2 weeks, but Mahomes is the one who really got them there. Kelsey's been in Taylor Swift all season, not really locked in on the game, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, regular season he definitely had like a mid-season, and I'm sure like a lot of fantasy guys know about that too. But yeah, I mean, just in the playoffs, like he really turned up the notch. I think he knew like they're like on the road, battling all these tough teams. He needed to step up too, and yeah, it just I don't know, it just proved to me like the last few weeks in the playoffs that just Mahomes and Kelce, like I don't think I've ever
cold.
seen that connection. Is just crazy, man.
So I know like last week, maybe the last like 3 weeks, we've been kind of dragging Mahomes and like saying Lamar's better than him.
Yeah.
What do you think now? After the game, what do you think?
Dude, yeah, I don't know. I think Mahomes is definitely he's up there in GOAT talks, man. Especially like if he wins the bowl.
Bro, if he wins the bowl, bro, I might say it. What's
Honestly,
that?
I wouldn't even get mad at you if you said it.
That's 3 if he wins?
That's 3.
3 in 6 years.
3 in 6 years.
That's fucking crazy. Like that's the GOAT, bro, to me. You know, I don't know what
Yeah.
Brady did in his first 6 years starting. But I don't think it was 3 rings. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean Brady he definitely went on like his runs too. But I don't know, like and this comes to like sports in general, like this like the evolution of like sports is like every year and like every decade and every generation, like people are only gonna get more and more competitive, and it's only gonna get more and more like harder to like win games and win championships because everyone like has like good development as a player. So I think now like in every league and any kind of sports, it's always gonna be tough in that kind of matchups.
Yeah, it's only gonna get harder. Like if you're a young athlete, like it's only gonna get harder to like make the pro league. Looking at this, bro, I think Brady did do 3 in 6 years.
Okay, so I mean they're like right on the line, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But Mahomes is more talented, I think. Like you see the dudes he's playing with, and like Brady at the time had like Randy Moss. He had like an elite defense. Like this Chiefs team is pretty mid, you know. Like Kelsey's turning it up now, but I mean going into the playoffs, no one realistically thought the Chiefs were gonna go all the way. I mean I had them beating the Bills, but other than that, like I didn't really believe in them.
dude, yeah, it just like poos, man. Not to count on Mahomes and not to bet against him, man.
Yeah, we did last week. We went 0 for 2 on our predictions for this.
Yeah, I guess we don't know ball, huh?
We don't, I guess, huh? We're just sitting in the hot seat, rotting away.
I know. Man.
The Cadarius Tony stuff was interesting too. I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah.
pretty much Cadarius Tony saying like they're telling him he can't play and he's not injured. Bro, you're ass if we're being honest. Like you're kind of like asking for it, you know? Like if I'm Andy Reid, like even if Kadarius Toney's healthy, like why would you play him over like Rashee Rice, Justin Watson? Like you really only need those two out there. Kelce, obviously Pacheco. Yeah, I just don't see like why they would do that, but it's NFL. Like realistically, sports in general are kind of slimy, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's kind of funny. Like when I think about Kadarius Tony, I think about how, like when he first got drafted, everyone was thinking like, "Oh, this is gonna be like the Alvin Kamara of receivers.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna like ball out and everything." And ever since then, he's just been a disappointment,
mid,
dude.
no hands. Low key, if I don't, it might be too late for him. But if he like switched to running back, I think he'd be a lot better.
Yeah,
like
that'd be interesting.
It'd be cool. He's better off the catch, but
yeah. I mean, he also like gets injured a lot, so I mean, maybe that's one thing too. If he stayed healthier, he might have been, better than what he is right now. But yeah, it's been disappointing. I think he's just trying to catch attention now.
Yeah, probably trying to get a contract. I don't know if it's up next season. What's the next step you would do if you were like the Ravens? Like, obviously you got Lamar. You can't really move Lamar. You probably don't want to move Lamar. You got like a decent running back. You got a young receiver that should develop well. The best defense in football. Do you like stay with that, or do you kind of pivot and you're like, okay, let's move some of these pieces. Let's get Derrick Henry. Let's get Mike Evans. Like, what's your thought process if you're Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when I look at this team, like it's like a very well-fit team. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think it fits perfectly in Lamar's like style. I kind of like the running back duo of Edwards and Hill.
Hill's good, dude.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely bought out this game. One thing I'd probably add is maybe just like that maybe that X factor receiver. I know they have Zay Flowers, but I see him more as like a good slot receiver, kind of like a Wes Welker type of receiver. Like they should like go out there and get like a like a Mike Evans type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have another guy on the other end, because when you look at these other guys, like like who's the next best receiver, like
Odell or
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar's been playing good for them. But yeah, that's true.
I mean, Nelson Aguilar, he's been cool. I mean, you also got the two tight ends, Likely and Andrews, but I think you just add another weapon on there. Like, it's just only going to make the offense better.
So you'd go receiver? I think T. Higgins would be really cool there.
T. Higgins would be nice there. He's
probably out of all the guys, like Mike Evans, obviously a free agent. Michael Pittman's a free agent. I think T. Higgins would probably be the perfect like fit there. Or bring Hollywood Brown back.
That would be nice too.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I mean, for them, I'd honestly want someone that's like 6'3", 6'4" type of guy. Throw it up to him, he's gonna get it. I know they do that a lot with Likely, but just to have another receiver on that end. And then in terms of on the defensive side, I would just try to get everyone back. Honestly,
yeah,
that's just like it's just. I mean, the defense still held the Chiefs to 17 points, which honestly, like,
impressive.
It's impressive, yeah.
Next season, the Ravens free agents. Odell's a free agent. Nelson Aguilar's a free agent. This is taking a while to update, but I'm just trying to see who they could lose.
Yeah, I mean, those guys won't even like hurt, honestly.
But Gus Edwards would hurt.
Yeah.
Kevin Zeitler, one of their guards. Patrick Queen could leave. Jadeveon Clowney could leave. Justin Matabuki could leave.
Okay.
They got a lot of like things they got to make sure to do, because like if they lose someone like Matabuki or Patrick Queen, like those are the head dudes on their defense,
Yeah.
So that's tough. Or even like you could let Gus Edwards walk, and honestly he's replaceable with like pretty much any running back that you find. Like if they go after a Derrick Henry or something like that.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to like lose him because he's part of the core,
Yeah. I think the necessities for that team is definitely get Queen and Matabuke back.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Definitely focus on the defense, because offense, like, you can replace anyone. Like there's always going to be guys out in the market to get.
Especially at running back. I mean, this free agency, and we'll have more free agency episodes, but everyone's kind of talking about the receivers. Listen to some of these running backs that are free agents, okay? Jerick McKinnon, Antonio Gibson, A.J. Dillon, Rashad Penny, Kareem Hunt, Cam Akers, Damian Harris, and then we go to the big dogs. DeAndre Swift, Devin Singletary, Zeke, Cordell Patterson. Eckler would be dope on this team. Eckler would be fucking great pickup on this team. They could run so many cool options with him.
That would be nice.
Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, and Derrick Henry.
See, yeah, honestly, like, I would take any of those guys other than Gus Edwards.
Yeah. That's a lot of dudes over Gus. I mean, Saquon would be really dope there too.
Yeah.
He would probably get like 7 to 8 yards per carry with Lamar being such a threat too.
Yeah, no, that'd be really nice. I mean, they probably wouldn't be able to get those high-end running backs, but even just like those first names you named is like good enough if Gus Edwards were to leave.
I could see Zeke going there.
Zeke would be cool.
Yeah, he'd be an upgrade for sure. Same thing with Zach Moss. That would be good.
That would be nice.
That would be a good fit.
That would be nice.
Let's pivot to the next game. Niners, Lions. 49ers win 34-31 after a 17-0 comeback in the third quarter. I guess my big question is you lose in the conference championship game to go to the Super Bowl. Obviously, this season was a big success for the Lions, but you think they let Goff or Dan Campbell go? I know we talked about Goff having a position in the league for a while, but teams think I want to make the Super Bowl, and maybe he's not enough to get over the hump. But what do you think?
I don't think so, man. I think Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, they had a great season, and I don't think anyone would be disappointed at their play at all. And I don't think they should walk. I don't think they should leave. I think, they should come back next season, next couple seasons, and just try to work their way back into this this run they made.
Yeah.
I think, Dan Campbell, he's came so far from what they had, the 0-15 season or something
they
like
were
that.
ass.
Yeah, so I mean, just that story in general, he's a good coach, and that's just kind of proved it right here. And they have a lot of young guys, so I think sometime in the future they can make it to the bowl. But what kind of concerns me is I feel like we've kind of seen this team before when it comes to a young team making it far. Obviously not making it to the bowl, but it kind of reminds me of the Bengals a little bit.
So you're saying the Bengals are because obviously the Bengals were hurt this year. You're thinking they're just gonna fall off next year, non-existent.
I feel like it could be a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Lions, they're pretty well fit too, but they're having a lot of guys walk too, or not walk, but a lot of guys hitting the market as well. So it's just about if they're gonna get those guys back, and also if they're gonna stay consistent. Because a lot of people thought after the Bengals run in the Super Bowl, they were gonna be oh, they're gonna be back next year.
Yeah.
But they kind of fell off. But that's also with injuries, So.
I kind of think if I'm the Lions, my next move would obviously keep Dan Campbell. I think he's one of the best coaches in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But I would draft a quarterback and not start him, kind of have him sit behind Goff, similar to what the Packers did with Jordan Love.
Okay.
And it's whenever we feel Goff isn't our guy, we put in the other guy, but not rush it. Let this dude develop, and he's playing behind a really good, you could say what you want about Jared Goff. You could say he's great. You could say he's ass, but he's probably one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the league. When you talk about situations, when you talk about being hated by a fan base, being loved by a fan base, losing games for a team, winning games for a team, Jared Goff's kind of done it all, and compared to some of these veteran guys, a younger career. So I do think it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, this class is stacked. If they could get a J.J. McCarthy late or something like that, because realistically, draft wise, I don't know what I would do with this team. Maybe another corner or I don't know. You got so many spots everywhere on this team is good. Maybe a wide receiver too. They're stacked though, or O-line or something. But I would say probably just waste your first round pick on a quarterback. Fill those other positions later in the draft because, you could say they need another receiver, but Josh Reynolds looked good when he was a wide receiver too this year. Jameson Williams obviously is going to develop. Amon-Ra could carry a wide receiver core. He's easily a top 5, top 10 receiver in football right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit interesting when you think about the draft pick. I'd probably go get a lineman or something on the defensive side. Yeah, if C.J. Gardner-Johnson doesn't re-sign, I'd probably go get a safety to replace him.
Can he go this year?
Yeah, I think he's hitting the market.
Okay.
So, because I know he was a pretty key piece, but he came in pretty late in this season. I think he was injured.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so I mean, if they want to fill that up too, or just get an extra lineman to develop, that'd be nice for them. But yeah, this team is pretty complete too, honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Like just watching the game, like the Niners really turned it up at the second half. 27 points.
Balling.
Yeah, they went crazy, man. And then Brock Purdy, you guys know me as a Brock Purdy hater, but he did play a little bit different.
He was running the fuck out of the ball.
He was running it. He was throwing some risky passes too.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit. So
that shit was bullshit. That IU catch, bro, that's what won them the game, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
for all the people that say the NFL is scripted, bro, like, how the fuck do you do
that?
How the fuck? He literally threw it, hit the dude in the dome. It bounced up in the air, and, like, Ayuk just made a great play. But that could go so wrong if you're trying to fake that.
For sure.
But, yeah, I do think that play won them the game. Like, low-key, Brock Purdy could have thrown the whole game away there. If he throws a pick there, that game is washed. If fuck, I forgot the dude's name, but it's like it starts with a V. Vildor, Kindy Vildor. If he just fucking puts his hands up and makes that play, that's the wraps for sure.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he did. They balled out in the second half, and then yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people saying that, like, oh, Lions should have kicked the field goal instead of going for it. But I feel like nowadays, like, a lot of teams, like, they really go for it. Like, when it's fourth down, And they're I kind of like the style that, like, Dan Campbell plays, Like, he's, like, he's very aggressive on those drives.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his decisions I'd probably make the same decision too.
Yeah,
so.
I think – sorry.
No,
you gonna say anything?
Yeah.
I think like the thing I like about it is, like, some teams do it on fourth down, and you could tell it's kind of like, oh, like, we crunched all the numbers, like, we're being aggressive, or like more like crunching the numbers, like, oh, you go for it and you convert it 30% of the time, it's worth it, whatever. Like, I feel like Campbell is just an aggressive coach. I don't like when teams kind of do it out of their style, but this is what the Lions did to get to this point, Like, if you're playing out of character, then that shit's kind of different. That shit's kind of frustrating. But the Lions being the Lions, like, they got to do that. That's what got them there. And, like, the people hating on that are the people that are not real football fans because they didn't watch the Lions this fucking historic season all the way up to this point. That's what they fucking do. That's how they got there. So you could say if they punt, the game's different. But if they punt, then the Niners could just score too, so.
Yeah, no. That's one thing I like about Dan Campbell is that he's not scared. He's not scared to, like, drop these plays or anything like that. And like you said, it's what got them there,
Yeah.
And I'm confident in them coming back next season. As long as they stay healthy and everything, like, they're gonna make the playoffs again.
What do you think? Like, if the Niners win the Super Bowl hypothetically, I know you don't want that shit to happen, but.
Honestly, though, like, I kind of am rooting for the Niners, low-key.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you think McCaffrey would win Super Bowl MVP?
Depends. If he has, like, all their touchdowns, if it's like this game, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even with Brock Purdy rushing for 50 yards?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, when they made it to the Super Bowl last time, they didn't have McCaffrey, and, like, they had other guys. They still had Debo, Kittle, but, like, when you think about the offense, you think about McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of guys think about Purdy because he's the quarterback, and that's just how it is on offense. But I think about McCaffrey, and I think he's a centerpiece for sure. So I think as long as he plays like how he usually plays, like, it should be McCaffrey.
I think this is the first time since I, like, started watching football. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, sorry to cut you off. I was gonna say they might give it to Purdy just so, like, they could, like, say, like, oh, Mr. Irrelevant wins Super Bowl MVP, like some BS like that. It's for the marketing, man. It's for the story.
The commercial, bro.
Exactly.
Like, him last in the draft to him, like, holding up a Super Bowl
MVP.
Like, I could so see that.
Yeah.
And then it's like NFL. But I was gonna pivot a little bit, but, like, this might be the first time since I started watching football. Like, I probably started watching, like, 2010, 2011. That, like, a team, like, if the Niners win, their best offensive players are running back. You know, like after all this offseason stuff where it's like how valuable is a running back? Are running backs replaceable? Like you look at like KC last year, it was like Pacheco. The Rams, it was Cam Akers. Tampa Bay was Leonard Fournette, and he went on a monster run, but Brady was their best guy there. It was Kansas City again, New England, Philadelphia, New England. Your Broncos, who was their running back then?
C.J. Anderson, the GOAT.
He had a good playoff run, though, too, huh?
He did, yeah.
But he wasn't the best player on the offense.
Yeah, no.
New England, Seattle, 43-8 versus Denver. You think Seattle was
I don't remember that game.
not PTSD, Marshawn Lynch? But nah, it was probably Russ. Like, I mean, like, since I started watching football, like, you can't really – it's really rare that this happens, especially if, like, McCaffrey wins Super Bowl MVP. Like, that's super rare. Super Bowl rare. Let's see who the last running back to win Super Bowl MVP was. It was
probably Emmitt Smith.
Let me see. I think it was a Bronco. Yeah, it was.
TD?
TD. Super Bowl 32. I don't know what year that is. I don't like how they do this shit, bro. That shit confuses me. I'm not going to lie.
32. That's got to be like.
Yes, let me see if you got it.
1992?
98.
98, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, 25 years, dude. What is that, 25, 30 years since that happened, bro? Like, that's pretty legendary that he's the one doing that.
One of a kind, man.
Go.
My fraternity bro right there.
Yeah.
My fraternity brother. CMC, if you see this, man.
And Ed, too, right?
Yeah, and his dad, you know. If you guys see this, you know what frat, man.
Hell yeah, shout him out, man.
Yes, sir.
We got some kind of little Super Bowl talk now, but real quick, I just want to shout myself out. You know, like last week we did all this yapping about you winning FanDuel, and I got last place. This week, I'm winning FanDuel. Not last place for Will, but, you know, we ball, man. I sniped today. Travis Kelce, we love you, bro. I think I love Travis Kelce more than Taylor Swift does. Like, we're going we're going hard. Shout out him. And I hit a parlay, man, so it's just a great day. Parlay, Nick Bosa, over 1 tackle for loss. McCaffrey, 0.5 yards. Brock Purdy's under. Who else did I have? Did I read it to you before the show?
No, I don't think so.
Jahmyr Gibbs, rushes. I think that was it. I think it's just 4 legs. But did you have any parlays today? You hit on anything today?
Nah. I mean, I just had a little 3-legger. It wasn't much, but that didn't hit because Clyde Edwards-Helaire couldn't get a first down. But,
you didn't put in the squad lay?
I didn't do the squad. Like I didn't trust everyone's.
Are you serious?
I didn't trust everyone's, bro.
Well, you did. That's fucked up. I'm linking it in the group chat, bro. We do a thing every week where we all pick 1 leg for our parlay, like our whole group chat. And we're all like, okay, it's our locks. Like we're all locking it in. People were putting in $20 a bet. I put $5.
Yeah.
But you're not locking in the squad lay. Well, that's fake.
I mean, we didn't even hit on it, so.
I know, but I lost money because of your ass. I was the only one who hit.
Yeah, nah, it's not because of me. It's because of Clyde.
It's because of you. You said Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 7.5 yards. His ass rushed for 1.
Yeah,
so
I guess he was giving me some wrong info. But I do want to shout out, Jameson Williams for keeping me out of last place in that FanDuel contest. So yeah.
We've been doing FanDuel in the playoffs. Let us know if you want more FanDuel content, because it's pretty fun. Like when we play just us, like with the guys. So
yeah.
Let's go into the Super Bowl. Just kind of vibes, dude. Next week we'll have a full deep dive Super Bowl talk, but gut feeling, Will, not who you want to win, not who you bet on, but like what's your gut? What's your balls telling you? Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, Super Bowl 2020 rematch, Niners Chiefs. You got Mahomes going at it again, and dude, yeah, it hates for me to say it, but I think the Chiefs are gonna win again.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
We
don't need a breakdown. It's your gut.
Yeah. I think Mahomes is gonna lock himself in as the GOAT. I think that's gonna be it, man. It's like, and you also have like the Chiefs, like with like Taylor Swift and all that. Like they're like a hot team. Like everyone knows about the Chiefs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since Kelce's been dating Swift, it's like
Which is crazy that did it. Like they're not the most dominant team in the last like 10 years.
I know, right? Yeah, so I think everyone's looking at the Chiefs. Everyone's gonna be putting a lot of money into this game. A lot of people are gonna be going to the game, and I think the Chiefs are gonna do it. Yeah, but I'm rooting for the Niners, man. I want the Niners to get back.
I think my gut's telling me the Niners, bro. Like, I think the Brock Purdy stuff, McCaffrey stuff, like all that in play, like what you said, kind of the commercial vibes. Like I think that's what the NFL wants. But even other than that, like the Niners have been kind of rolling. Like all year they've been the best team. Like no one's really close. Like nothing's changed. Like.
It's just like hard to like, especially after today, like what they did to the Ravens. Like, I thought the Ravens were gonna cruise it,
but the Ravens made a lot of mistakes, bro. Like the Zay Flowers fumble,
they did.
They fucked up on another end zone thing too. I'm blanking on it.
Lamar did make a pretty nasty throw in like triple coverage to Likely.
Yes, that's what it was. But there was like no one there, and he just tossed it.
But I feel like that could happen to the Niners too.
That's true. I trust Brock Purdy to make mistakes more than I trust Lamar.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me the Chiefs. I hope I'm wrong, but that's just what it's telling me right now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that triple coverage play was kind of wild, and like that's like the shit that like makes it look rigged, But
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Like, right now, where do I got it? The Niners are 1.5 favorites to the game, 47.5 line. I don't think it'll be a shootout. I would take the under on that probably. But I think it'll be like 21-10 49ers. I think we're going to have a boring Super Bowl. Unless it's a shootout, obviously. But if the Niners go up, the game's over. Like, the Chiefs don't have it to stop McCaffrey and Debo, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the Niners do have like a lot more weapons than the Ravens, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like I think everyone. I feel like most people probably want the Niners to win. So I just have a feeling like I'm gonna go.
Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with like the
Mahomes.
underdog.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Anything else you want to talk about?
Go Niners. I hope the Chiefs lose. Although I still like Mahomes, but yeah, I mean that's it. Shout out Showstopper again. Go ahead and check that out. I know I said that already in the video, but yeah.
Hell yeah! Shout out Andre, man. Damn, Deucer fucking up the flow. Hot seat pod. Good.
Yes, sir.